this workshop has become necessary because the issues it is relating with are achievable.
Before we conclude these next 3 days, identify those areas which you think should be discussed here so that we can agree on how to go about it.
It will help to deliver optimally on the promises of providing clean and efficient energy to all Nigerians, and as well reducing the carbon footprint of the country.
We will follow up to also support them to ensure that they are integrated, and also the investments in the sector is ramped up.
So I highly appreciate for that this initiative, and I'm really looking forward to the 3 days.
It is not that the policies are not there many times. It is what are the agenda in place to ensure their implementation.
In Africa, almost 90% of the countries have Ministry of Energy, and all issues hands on one table.
I think the main issue is the fact that these policies exist, but there's a gap between awareness and, of course, the coordination around the various MDAs.
If we can do a study, a credible study that will actually bring out the benefits of import duty waivers, then any government, once it looks that yes, this policy is well grounded in a study, will be quite ready to implement that policy.
What we intend to do is, after discussing and agreeing on the areas which we think the government should act on, we'll make a complete report and make a submission to the Ministry of Power with all our recommendations.
How do we intend to make our own local manufacturers competitive if we let importers bring in these same products they are producing at a cheaper rate?
The plan is that have a phased approach where gradually assembling, more people will come aboard, and then finally maybe in another 5 years you are able to meet your local needs. But right now, that if we want to grow the sector, we still need panels coming into Nigeria.
All the policies and regulations and all that we have seen, it is all geared towards a transition from the conventional fossil fuel to renewable energy.
In terms of implementation, in terms of awareness, we have to make sure it has to be understood what the effect is on women for us to take care of them, and by extension, the communities which make up Nigeria.
If any home wants to improve energy efficiency and they are not doing energy saving initiatives, then they are not ready.
Let's stop sugar wrapping the whole thing. Let's actually be clean, and let's look for the projects that will actually support this project's growing big and taking over the whole country.
So that network is not actually built up. A lot of information is not crossing one area and one agency or sector to the subsector to the other. And it's creating a big problem to get the total information that we need from the policy.
We know very well that the problem with us is not the policies, but the implementations of the policies.
I'm very, very interested in the capacity building, program aspect of it, because if we do not increase our knowledge on energy delivery, we will still be talking round and round.
If somebody wants to be part of this capacity building, how exactly can we do it?
Are you actually giving them the data in such a way that they understand how it can impact on the policy?
There is no input that was shown here that was not driven by the public partners and those that actually commissioned these projects.
So we have a pillar on energy and industry transition intelligence, which helps to foster understanding of the readiness for the transition of industrial energy systems.
That's what we call project development and program development. Those key areas, they are foundational areas that needed to take care of before to reach meaningfully whatever.
We can't do all this until we take what is the current policy, we read it, and then suggest modification for the better.
we realize that there are other policies also that, beyond putting money on the table, there are policies that have addressed incentives that will encourage investment.
One quick observation we have about the draft policy is that the biomass waste to energy aspect is missing.
If we can increase both government will and people-centric will, maybe we'll come close to achieving this.
We also found out that there is currently no one-stop shop for unified, reliable data for renewable energy in Nigeria.
The Electricity Act, as we all know, has come on board. So investment will also come on board because small investors can now decide to become independent power producers.
For me, the electricity bill, once passed into a full-blown law, thereby being an act, will cover a lot of loopholes.
So the policies on energy, renewable energy and energy efficiency is meant for both the young and the old.
And on this note, it is my pleasure on behalf of the Board of Trustees to declare the workshop very successful and to declare it closed. I thank you very much for your participation.